Hey everyone, thank you for tuning into my channel. Just got 2 more ounces of silver. It is August 30th, 2020. Yeah, things are getting pretty hostile out there, and I suspect, well, we're getting closer to the election, and there's a lot of hate out there. Things are getting really heated, and I suspect that silver is going to be real close to $100 an ounce by the end of the year. That's my prediction. So I'm buying more of it. I think I paid about $40, close to $40 for each of these. Got 2 of them. This is an Australian coin. It's the redback spider, and there's actually quite a bit of detail. I'm trying to capture the detail on these. This is such a beautiful coin. Comes with a certificate of authenticity. Got these from a place called Government in Minnesota. Chad Thomas is my rep that was assigned to me. So I don't know if maybe Chad is a name that is like a nickname. Maybe Chad is like short for Doug. Or maybe they're related. Maybe they're like brothers. I don't know. I didn't ask him. But. So I got these 2, and I'm going to add them to my collection. I wanted to go over some things that we should be doing to prepare. I can really only see about 3 scenarios, 3 possible outcomes in regards to the election, the upcoming election. Scenario 1, Donald Trump wins and he gets 4 more years of being president. When that happens in November, there's going to be a lot of rioting. It's going to be on a whole nother level. They've already got people conditioned to think that it's okay to do that, to throw a temper tantrum when you don't get what you want. He's probably going to win the election. So expect to see a lot of rioting, a lot of looting, a lot of fires, a lot of illegal activity. The cops, there's a lot of good ones out there, by the way. Yes, we do have a police brutality problem in this country. And, but believe it or not, and I've had my fair share of encounters with dirtbag cops, but there are some good ones out there. There's plenty of good ones, actually. But they're not, that being said, they're not going to be able to respond to every call when the organic waste hits the spinning apparatus. It's just not going to happen. Regardless of your feelings, regardless of the way you feel about guns, the bad guys will have guns. So right now is the time to prepare. Get yourself something for home defense. You owe it to your family. And make sure you practice and you become proficient. You don't want a panic situation to be your very first time using a firearm. That being said, also, you don't want to be driving around with an empty tank in your car. The last thing you want, because you don't get to choose when the organic waste hits the spinning apparatus. You don't get to decide when that happens. You do, however, get to decide whether you're prepared for it or not. So don't be driving around with an empty tank. Make sure you keep your gas tank at least halfway full. It's good for your fuel pump. It's good for your fuel injectors, your overall, your whole fuel system. It's better for your car. And you're not going to be stuck in a situation where you have to buy fuel and you really can't go anywhere because your light's flashing on your dashboard telling you need fuel, and you're in the middle of a freaking riot. You don't want to be in that situation. So yeah, try to keep your gas tank, try to keep some fuel in there, plenty of fuel to make it home if you need to. You want to stock up on non-perishable items, like just to give you some examples: coffee, toilet paper, cigarettes, napkins, baby wipes, sanitizing, cleaning, dishwashing detergent, hygiene stuff, toothbrushes, toothpaste, soap, those kind of things. Try to buy a little bit extra as your budget allows you to, because again, you don't want to have to run to the store in the middle of a riot and have to fight off all these animals, all the Neanderthals, for a loaf of bread. You don't want to do that. You want to be home with your family, protecting your family while all the chaos is going on out there. Couple more things. I'm a mechanic. That's my profession. So obviously this video is going to have a little extra emphasis on having your car ready. So again, make sure your tires are not completely bald. Make sure you're staying on top of that. Check your oil. Check your belts. You probably want to do like a pre-trip inspection. Like say you were going to go to Las Vegas or something, make a long trip. Check your coolant, check your oil, check the fluids, wipe down your windshield. And make sure that you have, if you haven't already, have a first aid kit in your car. Have a duffel bag maybe with a few snacks, non-perishable snacks, maybe some granola bars, maybe some bottled water in there. You gotta really start gearing up for survival mode, because I got a feeling that's what's gonna happen. Have a flashlight. Know where your flashlight is. The last thing you want is for power to go out in the middle of a riot situation and you don't know where your flashlight is and you can't see. So again, you want to make sure you at least have that. Don't drive around with your cell phone completely low or close to dead in battery power. Again, you want to treat that just like your gas tank. You want to try to be at 50% or greater in case you need to rely on that to get home or to contact a loved one, or to check on the security and the safety of your family. If you haven't already, try to acquire some silver. The purchasing power of the US dollar is going to go straight into the toilet in the very near future. Just to give you an example, in Venezuela in 2007, 2008, right around there, if you wanted 1 ounce of silver, it would cost you about 80 bolivars. Bolivars being the unit of currency that they use. Today, 2020, you want to buy an ounce of silver, it's going to cost you over 8 million bolivars. Again, the purchasing power of their money has completely diminished. And I got a feeling that because of what we're doing, the stimulus checks, the money printing, like they're not even printing money anymore. They just type it into a computer and magically it exists. Well, all that money manipulation is gonna cause a cycle of hyperinflation. We're gonna see it here in America, and it's actually already started. Have you noticed the price of food, the price of chicken, beef, steaks, milk, eggs, just the cost of food? That's another thing. If you can grow your own food, grow your own food. Maybe if you don't have a water source, maybe you want to stock up on a little bit of water. Again, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but we know we got some rough times ahead. It's going to get uglier before it gets better, that's for sure. So I went over one scenario where I thought, um, if Donald Trump wins this election, there's going to be a lot of rioting. If Donald Trump does not win the election, I'm pretty sure it's going to be because they stole the election, and I wouldn't put it past them to do that. If that happens, we're going to see hyperinflation unlike anything the world has ever seen, on a whole new level. And when that happens, things like real tangible goods are going to be worth so much more. The money's going to become completely worthless. You're going to want to have things like soap, food, a shovel, tires, shoes, socks, laundry detergent, cigarettes. Even if you don't smoke, you can use that as a bartering tool. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you guys get the idea. The other scenario, something might happen to Donald Trump between now and January. If that happens, I think that's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. The 3%ers out there are probably not going to just stand there and let that happen. If that happens, there's going to be massive civil unrest. Those are the only three outcomes that I can really see. Those are the three most likely outcomes, the three most likely scenarios that we have ahead in the next few months. So, that being said, you want to be prepared. Make sure your car is ready if you need it. Make sure you have a little bit extra supplies. Right now is the time to prepare, because when the organic waste hits the spinning apparatus, the time to prepare has expired at that moment. You don't want to be out there fighting for food or fighting for supplies, because it's going to get ugly. It's going to be like Black Friday, but instead of electronics and clothes, people are going to be fighting for food, and it's going to get really, really ugly. Okay, well, stay vigilant, folks. Hope you guys have a great day, and yeah, get prepared, because it's going to be a bumpy ride.